curious, Edith, like, how do you think about the landscape right now in terms of AI and agentic adoption? Are you seeing like a tremendous spread between low maturity and high maturity? Are you seeing people start to converge? And how are we helping people move from one side to the other?
So I think what's happened in the last few years is it's gone from vague suspicion to, oh my gosh, this is actually really happening.
Do you feel the same way? No denying that this is happening?
So a statistic I saw last week, we're talking spring here, 2026, is the best companies at the frontier are shipping about 3 times as many PRs to production, writing about 3 times as many code as they did in December. Right? So that's where the frontier is, and those who really get it are expected to do it 6 times faster than December by the end of the year. That's incredible. And I love being in this moment because it's like a genie in a bottle. The wish just materializes, and all of a sudden you have software that, I was going to say, runs for some value of runs.
So, I mean, in order to kind of accomplish that, in order to get to that level of speed, you need to actually build a whole new level of automation into the entire process. And a lot of the automation is going to be AI driven.
When I look at AI and agents, they're the same issues we've always helped customers with. But times 100 and on Red Bull.
Yeah, like way worse. Yeah, absolutely.
Because at least with code, it's not going to mutate behind your back.
Yeah.
Versus if you're using an LLM, the entire model could change, and by a various nature, it intentionally changes. I mean, I'd love to hear your take on what you're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I continue to be just like awestruck by how much contingency exists when you bring anything agentic into the world. And that can just be, as you put it, like the fact that an LLM is non-deterministic, so you give it an input and the output will change every single time. But also, at the same time, all of the model providers out there are constantly silently shipping updates to those models. So the models are changing. And then the inputs to those models are changing because you have a different customer asking a different question and their expectations change over time. Or your internal data infrastructure is also changing over time. So you have the inputs changing, you have the model changing, and all of that is built on top of a non-deterministic system that is a nightmare to manage. We're getting into the moment where the control in runtime, the control of the actual software thing, as it's actually running, as it's actually in production, becomes more and more important. So, Edith, why are agents the next frontier for the control surface problem we've been talking about?
So LaunchDarkly has always helped our customers control in production. We've always helped folks control code after release and make quick iterations without needing to redeploy. Agents, I'd say, cause a lot more destruction very quickly, and they could just move a lot faster because they are themselves dependent on other underlying infrastructures. So we've always had the ability to guard a release and allow you to quickly react to it. Now we're adding with AgentControl the ability to react to an agent in real time in production.
I'm so cranky about observability. Like observability, I think it's important, but the word observe has always really bugged me.
I've said the same thing.
Yeah.
I think observability sounds very passive, and the way at least that LaunchDarkly does it, it's extremely active.
Extremely active, yeah.
So we can observe that something is going wrong, and then do something about it.
Inside the application itself, like live in runtime. Like that's what's so exciting to me. Yeah.
And that's what's also what makes it very valuable. You don't just want an error flashing on a monitor somewhere, like I've observed something wrong.
Yeah.
What you really want is a notification of I've observed something wrong and I have fixed it.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about agents and controlling them in production. I know that you've been building some really interesting things.
Something really interesting for sure.
Can we get a demo?
Yeah, I'd love to show you around AgentControl. I'm so unbelievably excited about this product. To me, we are really able to do something unprecedented in this particular way because of the infrastructure that you guys have supplied. I mean, with feature flags, which first of all are absolutely the primitive of the moment. Everyone is already, for the most part, putting their agentic releases out behind feature flags. Everyone is releasing agent-driven software behind feature flags. It's just the right medium for the moment. Moreover, because of the infrastructure that LaunchDarkly has provided, the tool that me and my team and this amazing team at LaunchDarkly has constructed gives you actually the ability to remediate an agent that's misbehaving in production, live, in just milliseconds, in literally milliseconds, without a customer ever knowing that any problem had even occurred ultimately.